Kovacic will be linking up with the guys. He likes doing that. I was expecting this so that we can put enough pressure on Sevilla to at least for the first 10, 15, 20 minutes, we can get a goal. But here also be the case that Frank Lampard decided to use the left hand at the place where he cannot perform very well. We all agree that Christian Pulisic could have done better on the left wing, and then having Kovacic could have been pushing the match or the ball very well for the strikers and then the midfielders, that is the wing, to be crossing and then creating chances. You see Christian Pulisic, no chance created, at least for the first 10, 20 minutes. He decided not to. Not that he decided, but he couldn't create any clear chance to Werner or Havertz to score. Mason Mount did nothing. So I think that he was very cautious. That is why he used Mason Mount to be dropping back, to be attacking, to be defending. That is why I saw when the what do you call it, the formation came out. So basically, he didn't want to concede goals. He was very protective to his defense and then to his team not to concede much, for him not to panic in the second half to come and then equalize or something. That is what I thought.
Yao Yang, let me hear from you what you thought the approach was and if that was the best approach for this game against Sevilla. Hello, Yao, can you hear me? Yao, you can hear me, right? Yao, you can hear me. You can hear me. Okay. So I don't stretch that question too long. We're already done 30 minutes. Let me come to you, Jude. Jude, tell me, what is Lampard really thinking about with the Mason Mount and playing Pulisic at right wing when we all know the guy thrives at left wing? What's happening?
I personally, are you hearing me, George?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, personally, I think there is this relationship between English players and English coaches, especially the fact that they want to make their people very popular, make them the necessary height for them to also be quote world best players or get um, the attention of the media, especially. I think Mason is okay, but then considering his quality, he's not too fit for this part, and his growth is not yet there to get his part. I think um, generally Lampard is favoring him so much. Let me put it that way. He's favoring Mason. And at a point, Mason tends to pay back the favor. Then at certain points, it is not paying off. Of course, Lampard more than he is thinking. And then Mason, as a player, I think he's also becoming confident. The manager is getting to love him more and becoming a lover boy. Obvious in the team. Everyone is bashing for what he does in the team. And then Lampard does not see the necessity to change him or change these other people. Of course, if Lampard is changing any practice, he wants to factor the Mason past in that tactic. And it's costing him so much. If he doesn't take care, he will leave the club and Mason will still be at the club. And it's very bad. Very bad. I think it's high time the technical team analyze things very well about Mason and then find a proper role in other than trying to fix him somewhere which does not really. I think that's what I've observed.
Yeah, that's your point. Miss G, let me come to you again. I can see that you are also one of those who are frustrated with the Mason Mount thing again, because I think there are quite a number of questions to answer. You have the likes of Ziyech, you have it, but it looks like when you want to play Mason Mount at all costs, you have an opportunity cost and you have some good players on the bench.
Exactly. When he wants to play Mount, it means he has to bench those who can actually perform for us. And I have had it with Lampard. I just don't know. Fine, if you want people to love Mount, at least play play him at his rightful position, and then let's see how best he can perform. But you want the guy in the game, and you don't play him at his position for others to also have the chance to help the team. At the end of the day, everybody is hating Mount, everybody is bashing Mount, and it's all because of you. You are not playing the guy at his position, and then you are costing us a lot because other good guys are on the bench. I don't know, like the other guy rightly said, Lampard will leave the team when and Mount will still be in the team, because I think that's the sacrifice we have to make. I don't know for how long we have to tolerate this nonsense. We have a defensive problem. What's all this?
Yeah. Michi is angry with. Yeah, Michi is angry with that. Let me come to Echo. Echo, let me come to you on this Mason Mount thing. Okay, if you want to play Mason Mount, play him at the right place. Let free other people. Why on earth do you even think about Mason Mount on the wing when you've got wingers? You bought wingers. Nobody understands what's happening with Chelsea anymore. And like whatever happened on the weekend wasn't good enough. He brought the same on against Sevilla. So Lampard is not thinking. He doesn't care. It's not the point. Echo. Echo, we can't hear you. Are you there? Echo, go ahead. Okay, it's taking time for Echo to gel with us there. So let me come to Brian.
I think what Lampard is doing with Mason Mount. Hello.
Go ahead, Echo.
Yeah, I'm saying that what Frank Lampard is doing with Mason Mount, we had some with Mauricio Sarri and then Jorginho, but that one was perfectly working because he played at what
the network is bad.
The network
is bad. Yeah.
The network is bad. Now I'm a bit traumatized now in who I admitted to the meeting. So I'm seeing some names, and when I'm not convinced, I don't touch it. But I've seen the name James Edu is a normal name. Yeah, I'm not sure about Muslim, but James Edu is a.
Because their lives matter. Their lives matter. Please do something for them.
Yeah, because I'm a bit worried about the names and all that. Okay, so James Edu. Okay, Isaac AJ. I'm sure about Isaac AJ though. Let me try James Edu. Okay. Well, Derek is struggling.
Lampard is just confused. It's either he's confused.
Let's go to Brian. Brian, let's come to you. I think Echo is struggling.
Hello.
Okay, Brian, let's continue. Is there something that I know that Lampard has said that Mason Mount gives him a lot? He's a guy showing a lot of energy. He's a guy running for the balls, even when it looks like things are going down. But can he continue saying this? Because it looks like the boy himself is running out of ideas. Because Mason Mount that we saw gradually it's difficult for him to pass the ball. He's caught in possession. He's just not even moving like the normal Mason Mount that we don't know right now.
Now it's quite surprising and very disturbing when Lampard actually don't know what to do at what time. That is the problem we are facing now. Now, when you look at Mason Mount, for instance, Mason Mount is someone who can actually recover, which we all see that. But the position where we are moving forward, you could realize that there is a lapse somewhere.
Yeah.
There is a loophole somewhere. That is the loophole that we are losing from that position, where you have Pulisic who plays from the left wing. Now you have changed Pulisic from his position down to the right wing. And now you could realize that Mount is also suffering because he doesn't know whether to switch to the attacking midfield or whether to still be at the left wing. So you could realize that he will come in and then will swap with Kai Havertz. So you could realize that the whole thing was something else. So Lampard is just trying to favor the boy in such a way that he's using him as a bait for the whole thing. Oh, Lampard, Mount is going to cover up. Mount is going to take this position. Mount is going to intercept this ball. Mount is going to do this. Whilst it is not helping. It is really not helping at all. It is really not helping at all. And the whole funny thing is you have exceptionally good players who can play that position better than Mason Mount.
That's the pain.
Better than Mason Mount.
And they are on the bench.
You understand the whole thing? Better. Far better than Mason Mount.
Well, really, I think I understand the Mason Mount bit. I understand the fact that a lot of Chelsea fans are still not happy with Mason Mount. But Eben, can you read through the lines? What is it with Lampard and Mason Mount? You know, I've heard his friend, his family. Well, is he offering the team anything special that no one can offer else?
Yeah, on Mason Mount, my man,
because there are too many good players. Like there are too many players who can do the job. And even if you want to play with Mason Mount, play him at the right. I don't know what Lampard is thinking really at this point, but
yes, play him at the right position. If you want to play him, fine, go ahead. Play him at his right position, and let others do the job he's failing to do. What's all this? Must we start?
Because it's like Lampard is saying, I need Mason Mount in my team. I need Kai Havertz in my team.
Yes.
I need Timo Werner in my team. And per the way it is, you have to choose Mount or choose Havertz. It's as simple as that. Like you have to just make a choice Okay, Mount on, Havertz down. You know Havertz is better than Mount. And so all the time you want Havertz in there, yet you want Mount in there. Mount comes in there and he's taking a position, or he's put in a wrong position where you've got a lot of guys who can play that position, because you have your natural wingers in Hudson-Odoi and you've got Ziyech, you've got natural wingers. There's no need to be converting, an attacking midfielder in quotes and an inexperienced attacking midfielder to handle the wings. Normally, the wings and the fullback positions are specialized areas because of the cutting in and all of that. So when you take a left wing or a left winger and you put him on the right wing, there's so much he has to be thinking, because if on the spurt, like, Pulisic will pick up the ball, you cut in, go in this way on the left, and you bring it to the right, it all changes because he has to start moving again from his swinger to his stronger foot to that. And I don't know what Lampard is trying. I don't know if some new formation he's trying to, but I don't know. I just don't have an idea. Okay, so our next game is against Manchester United. That's an interesting one. Manchester United have looked pretty strong, counter-attacking. They countered attack, but I felt that the PSG team now, they are not a serious team like that. But anyway, they beat Newcastle 4-1, scoring goals in the last few minutes, and again we saw them do well. Just before you talk about the Manchester United game, can we just touch on the Kai Havertz and Timo Werner? They're looking sharper. Kai Havertz, after each game, you can see that he's showing us more of what he's got. I don't know what you think, Jude.
Yeah, I think Kai is doing well, but then he needs to add a bit of strength to his game. Kai is naturally the playing side of players, but then considering
soft guy,
the soft guy, considering the tenacity in EPL and then the Champions League, obviously he did well with Leverkusen the other time, but then the flair of Leverkusen is quite different from confused Lampard. So he needs to put in a bit of thing. And then one thing that I'm realizing about Kai is that sometimes he wants to play smart on players, but then the game has changed now, and then people are becoming smarter than before. Yes, so he needs to, if he wants to play a dummy or wants to make a quick move or something. You know how Bruno Fernandes is playing now. Sometimes his quick feet and other things confuse players, and he's doing so much things for United. So if Kai wants to be a playmaker for Chelsea, he needs to be tapping into a lot of these things. He should make something out of it. So if not, then he will be an ordinary player for Chelsea. Chelsea fans will not also realize what fans do. I will bash you for what you are doing. So he needs to up his game. Yes, to up his game, put in a lot of strength, and show us why we possible for that huge amount.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So, Eben, what do you expect in that game against Manchester United? That's the next one. What are you expecting Lampard to do? At the moment, it looks like he has his blueprint of Mount and pushing players to the right wing and left. What? Oh, now you are giving up. You're just waiting for whatever he ring.
Lampard is not ready to learn. You understand?
That's it.
He's
not ready. He's not ready.
They say it's only a fool whose testicles are stepped on twice. And Lampard did.
That's a Lampard.
Multiple times.
Lampard.
Very close when Lampard had
such a disappointment. Oh God.
You had everything to make it possible, to make things work. You have all these talent guys who can make everything simple for you. It's just a matter of getting the right selection on the pitch. That is what Lampard is lacking. I don't know the rest of the technical team what they are doing, because at least you should tell Lampard that this is where our fault is coming from. You should recognize your fault and then you fix it. But I don't think he has been able to recognize that he's making a mistake with his team selection. That is what Lampard is lacking now. Apart from that, what again? You don't need any special technical ability to read the game. You should know that this player with Jorginho and Kante, at least I've tried them for a couple of times, and then sometimes because of the inability to recognize who is defending and then who is moving forward. So let me shift Kovacic in and then take Jorginho out. Let Kante do his best thing defending so that Kovacic can run, link up with the forwards. But Lampard is not doing this. I'm a supporter, I'm not a coach, but at least I've been recognized or I've been able to know that if Lampard will do this, things will work out. See, this United team, if you don't take it, they can do their things. What they did to us last season, they can do it.
It's simple because their counter-attacking is sweet. I like their counter-attack is sweet.
Not because you don't have the guys, but our manager, our coach.
Yeah, that's your point about that.
I'm very sad. It's very bad.
Yes, I know. Let me come to you, Miss G. What are you expecting? What are you expecting?
What am I expecting? We'll be lucky to walk away with a draw. We'll be lucky to walk. Now I've totally given up I've totally given up. So, we have a match and then I just pray at least we can walk away with a draw. With what Lampard is doing, very soon, there's so much pressure going to be on Mendy. Today he had to be called in because it was a Champions League.
Well, a number of times, yes.
Yes, and we needed at least a point. So is it going to be like this always? I'm not expecting anything different from 0 or 1 point. Maybe because United. With all what
I think United will play. I think United will play a smart game. They'll play a smart game of knowing that Chelsea will want to possess the ball. So allow Chelsea to possess the ball. When you get the ball, hit it right behind them. They've got centre backs who are vulnerable, and then you score the goal. It will be as simple as that. So we could have a situation where Chelsea outplays. We've got a situation where Chelsea outplays Manchester United. All right, Manchester United score more goals, and that's very likely because you look at the way Chelsea were passing today. If Sevilla were hitting more long balls, they could have snapped up one or two opportunities out there. It's good to see the team getting organized defensively, but there's so many. Brian, what are you expecting in the game involving Chelsea and Manchester United?
Hello.
Yes, Brian, what are you expecting? Chelsea, Manchester United. Oh, we lost Brian. Yeah, Brian, if you can hear me. I was asking, what are we expecting Manchester United versus Chelsea?
It's quite interesting and it's quite funny what we did today, and we realized what Manchester United did too. and PSG today,
Yeah.
you could realize that immediately you mess up your defense, they will take on you. Immediately you mess up your defense, they will take on you.
And they've got runners.
So there's a period where I don't know, and they've got runners. They've got exceptionally good runners who can take on the ball.
Yeah.
You understand? So I don't know what Lampard is actually going to look at, how he's going to play the game altogether. But if he does his homework well and select them, because it is that at least as for this season, we'll beat them. We'll beat them. That is my hope now. Because if you could not get any player throughout the season last season, and the players that you wanted has actually been bought for you, and you're not using the players well, then what are you expecting from the team?
Anyway,
what are you expecting?
I think you made the point. Let me come to
George. Just a quick question. Just a quick question, George.
Yes.
With the call up of Check today, what did it mean? Did it mean that should Mendy have been injured or anything? Check would have been in the post for us?
I wonder what was going on with the Chelsea team.
Lampard,
Anyway, I think
Lampard has no plan for the team.
I don't even know what was that. I don't know what that was all about. I'm just like, what? Is it to make Chelsea more popular? What kind of news was that? What can Check do at this age anyway? Well, he wants
I don't know if I'm the only one that has realized this. It's like during our games, times where we tactical changes, Lampard is just folding his arms and then sitting as if the mother is dead or something. I don't know if I'm the only person realizing this. He's just sitting in the corner, just folding his arms and another thing. Lampard doesn't have a plan.
He's out of tactics. He's out of.
He doesn't have anything for us.
He's out of practice. That is the whole issue.
He's only comfortable using academic people to do
it. Yeah, the truth is,
possible, again, like give him the under 20
team,
go and coach that.
Yeah, I felt that's where Chelsea were going to have problems. Like, you allow the coach to go through the system. Mateta has worked with a lot of good coaches. Ole Gunnar did the whole season before he came with Mulder. Zidane worked with a lot of coaches. I mean, basically, you need to work. I mean, Pep Guardiola was right in the Barcelona system before he came up. So also went a bit far. Because
he has to go back to
easy thing. That's why we're saying, and that's why we're saying that the likes of Franco Zola and Co, who had been around, needed to stick. They need to stick around and help. But Lampard came in, and he's also got another, academicious coach, assistant coach, just youthful exuberance, and they're trying things like, it just feels like it's Andre Villas-Boas all over again. Like it's just like Andre Villas-Boas all over again. If you remember Andre Villas-Boas, he used to experiment anything, try any system, 10 billion, do anything.
I think the English media also influenced the decision in a way because he's English.
No, but we have seen, and sometimes you the person. I agree, but you the person, you can also decide what's good for you. But
exactly,
like Xavier and Co are being called by Barca. They say, "No, hold on, you need to go to the ropes a bit because you don't handle Derby and come straight to Chelsea.
You don't,
and it's just a season. I see a situation where John Terry may in the end after 3 seasons or so, it's Bella maybe in the end come and do a good job. So there's a lot of work to be done here because, for instance, why can't Lampard call Rudiger back? Because he didn't handle him well. You want to drive a player away, you must know how to manage him so that when the transfer doesn't happen, you can still get him back. Because Rudiger is available. Just Rudiger, we'll see how it goes. Yes. So that combination of Zuma and Christensen has always been a disaster, and it looks like a disaster. So me on Saturday, I was expecting a lot more disaster because you had Christensen, you had Zuma, and you had Kepa on top of that. That was really setting up to be in trouble. So let's look forward to Sunday's game, basically. FYS, let's have your quick thoughts on what you think about Sunday's game. What are you expecting?
Like Miss G said, right now, when you think about your
just pray. Just pray to God.
Just a point. I was telling someone the last time that if Lampard is serious, he should understand that there's a way some of the players play. Okay, when you look at Drogba back then, who plays like you get a good midfielder who gives him a lot of long balls and he does a good work with it. Same thing as Diego Costa and Fabregas. So if you have someone like Werner who is always ready to run with the ball, okay, and we saw that against our last game, the way when Jorginho released the ball to him, he was able to follow up on the ball and even score the goal. You know, sometimes he should learn to be playing in such manner. But I'm hoping, I'm not expecting anything. I'll not be watching the match anyway. I'll just wait for update because I don't want my heart to be broken.
Okay, so
the worst you can get a draw.
You get the updates, don't worry. The updates will come. Sharp.
Lampard is going to tell you that Thiago is suffering from fitness, so he's going to bench him. And he'll take
He's not far from doing that. Lampard is not far from doing that.
We're hoping that everything works out. Basically, we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a long season. That's why I said everybody get ready. It's going to be a long season, very, very long season. Because at this point it's difficult to even tell Chelsea needs a DM. Like Chelsea probably needed Thomas Partey, something like that. So because it's difficult right now, you've made Kante is running into attack now. Kante is running into attack, and if Kante is going to leave anyone who is left behind, it's just a bit too much. So let's hope that on the weekend we can do something better.
We pray.
Yeah, that's a tough game. They need to find a way somehow to get things working out. So let me say thank you very much. And sorry once again for, I don't know how the people hacked our stuff. I guess maybe some Manchester United fans just hacked the Zoom and
as usual. As usual.
Yeah. That was part of their whole thought. So I think these days we have to be careful about the membership and be careful about who we admit, because it was funny. I was like, what's happening all of a sudden, the whole thing. And but it's all good. So we did part 1 and part 2. Thank you very much for coming today. I'll see you guys after the Manchester United game. Yeah. So I'll see you all after the Manchester United game. Hopefully Chelsea will win that game, and we'll have a lot to talk about. These days, even when Chelsea wins, it looks like there's something to talk about. When we draw, there's a lot to talk about. When we win, when we lose, it's even worse.
We'll have to personally call Abramovich and then tell him something.
Yeah, maybe.
We have to personally call Abramovich and tell him something, because Lampard must go.
Yeah, but Lampard has to be careful. Abramovich can even sack his wife, so he has to be very careful. So Abramovich can just pull him because he has been given the guys to do the job. So the guy, Abramovich can show Jose Mourinho all the disrespect by going to the training ground and telling my friend, you're out of the job.
Hello, family. Hello.
Yes, go ahead. Oh, Nyame Kofi.
Yeah.
Nyame, you haven't spoken. Tell us what you're expecting on at the weekend against Manchester United.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm very sorry I'm late, and then we don't have lights here, so I'm sorry. My family cannot view me well. Yeah. With all due respect, I want to talk more about match today before I proceed.
Go ahead. Go ahead. They're taking your lights. They're taking your sound too. Okay.
Yeah. I don't actually know why this network is disturbing. Yeah. I was talking about today's match, and my problem is Lampard is not actually getting to realize that our coach also learned to know how to manage games. And one thing about Mount, if Mount is good, the fact that you bench Mount doesn't. Hello?
Yes. Your network is not helping. I think that's the problem. Let's hope that you get better network the next time. The better Lampard plays, the better your network, I hope. And then we can hear from you. Sorry about that, Nyame Kofi. We're just about time. We're just about wrapping up because we don't want to
Please,
spend too much time.
can you hear me?
Yeah, Nyame, we can hear you, but your network is not helping. So I think we can do this after Manchester United. I'll be looking forward to having you on the Zoom call. But I'm sure you wish Chelsea will obviously wait, and we'll see how it all pans out.
Sure.
So guys, thank you very much for your time. Let's meet again after Manchester United and let's talk. It's been fun having you around. And,
thank you.
take care of
Thank
yourselves.
you.
Good night.